You've got to get mad. You've got to say, I'm a human being. My life has value. I want you to get up now. I want all of you to get up out of your chairs. I want you to get up right now and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore.
I know nothing. Nothing. I know nothing. Nothing.
I always kind of knew he was gonna wear right. Like I was just like, praying hard, oh my gosh, we ain't got to pay no more bills. What? We got a brother in the White House. It's the Black House now. We ain't got to pay no bills, okay? We're gonna flip it around. We'll flip it around. We're gonna have houses. We ain't gonna have to pay no bills. We might as well just run lights all night long. No more cockroaches. Oprah says we are not allowed to say the word nigger anymore. Okay, alright, we can't say it no more. Oprah don't like it. Alright, that's cool. Can't say it. Obama stands for change. Yes! Obama stands for new jobs. New jobs. New jobs. Work hard. Create new jobs to help the economy. New job. Well, you mean I'm not gonna get my government check? Is it too late to vote for the white guy? Oh no, what have we done?
So before I start talking about family law, though, and I have an echo right now, I want to talk tonight about my commentary tonight. And my commentary tonight is women who won the election on Tuesday and women in politics in general and women in power. So on Tuesday night, several women won elections, and it appears as if us women are really moving forward. But what does it mean to have women in positions of power? The myth is that a woman in power will create a softer world, one with less war and more compassionate policies that support families, because after all, we, the women, gave birth to the children, and supposedly we don't have the same level of ego and testosterone as the men. However, from the group of women who have been winning politically and the women judges I haven't personally encountered, I don't see that this myth bears truth. As a woman and feminist myself, who has not benefited in life from having a responsible father, and I have not financially benefited from having a husband. I am all for women being successful through their hard work, with the hope that female energy in positions of power it can create a world where we more readily create win-win situations rather than address our problems with war for corporate profit at the cost of removing effective programs for poor women and children. Slide 2, which you already have. Here, slide 2, please. There you go. So, but the women who have recently gained power, namely Meg Whitman, Carly Fiona, I'm sorry if I pronounced her name incorrectly or wrote it down wrong, Sarah Palin, and even Dianne Feinstein, have extreme positions supporting corporate profit, the wealthy, with no compassion for single moms, children, and the middle class. For example, Sarah Palin has extreme views on choice, in my opinion, where even if a woman accidentally falls down while pregnant, a woman can now, in some states, be tried for murder of the fetus. These are not common sense policies, even the teaching of abstinence only to prevent teen pregnancy. Meg Whitman and Carly are supported by Sarah Palin, and they support her radical views, Meg Whitman and Carly, where their policies support the elimination of safety financial programs for children once they are born. Personally, I believe that as long as a fetus cannot survive outside its host, the woman, then the fetus is not a separate living being with more rights than the woman. So Meg and Carly have positions of union busting and want to reform California's budget, first on the backs of the poorest in our society, where welfare comprises predominantly of poor women and children. A strategy of welfare reform of Meg's that will not work in the long run, even though statistics demonstrate the amount of money we spend on corporate welfare pales in comparison to what we spend on welfare for the poor. I gave my suggestions for welfare reform a few weeks ago, so I won't go back into that again. And then, of course, there's Dianne Feinstein, good old Dianne, who has used her political power to get her husband's company no-bid contracts in Iraq. And then 3 days before her husband got a no-bid contract with the FDIC to acquire all of our foreclosed homes, she, even though she wasn't on the banking committee, wrote a bill that gave the FDIC, $20 billion, I think. It was in January. I played a clip on that and to expose it. And so, in my opinion, Dianne has had her hand in the cookie jar a little too often, and it is no surprise that banks did not work with people and help them to avoid foreclosure because of Dianne's cozy little arrangement where her husband would get foreclosed homes. And I will be following actually what happens to my Santa Cruz property in light of all of that. So then, of course, and again, this show is going to be somewhat boring because I'm talking all the time, talking heads, and so it's about family law reform, and I'm using today to document and send this portions of my show to women's groups and other groups that care about family law reform. So let me continue. So then, of course, Dr. Laura, good old Dr. Laura, whose audience is comprised of angry white men who love to hear Dr. Laura put feminists down and women who don't abort, to the satisfaction of her audience, where she lives a life of a feminist. She is completely in control of her life. So what is our solution in supporting candidates that will support a more humanistic and financially effective policies that benefit everyone? I propose that this is not a female or a male issue, but it depends on whether the candidate has been raised to understand the needs of normal people with empathy and compassion, or were they raised with the theory that they were automatically superior because of their money, where they were taught to judge and look down on others who did not have as much as they did. So another point is single moms. And can you bring this forward, full view? Hello? So another point is power from single women, full view.